Hello, automatons. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is Automation Empire. Things are going very, very, very well at the moment. We've got about 5 million in the bank, and it looks like we're just about to hit our target, actually. So, I mean, assuming that everything goes reasonably well this episode, I would fully expect us to accomplish that objective. Right. So, what do we want to do for the remainder of the episode? Well, we want to finish unlocking all of the good old research. And first things first, we're going to unlock the waterworks. We're going to get a bunch of stuff linked. A bunch of water linked up to, what is it? What am I looking for? Water pipe, water reservoir, pumps, groundwater into pipes, which then can be connected to various structures wirelessly. Uses 2,000 power per month. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's fantastic. Let's go and see if we can use this. So yes, we want to get research for the waterworks, which we've done. Farming, we need to process oil. That's refined oil. I mean, I am refining oil. It is being refined right over here. I mean, how difficult would it be to get the oil moved from this area to the research area? I mean, it would be a little bit of a pain. Yeah, I mean, it would be a little bit of a pain. Let me see what I can do. This is a very, very janky workaround to the problem. I'm just literally gonna create an extra bit of track to come down this way. Let's have a look inside this factory. Okay, take that back. And let's stick in some classic orbital potato doors. There we go. I'll stick in 2 doors, because if you stick in 2 doors, then you can never be disappointed that your doors don't fit. Okay, I could do both. That's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're literally just gonna link up a little. Probably take this down just a little bit further. Yeah, we'll just link up a little fountain right here, a little unloader, and link it up to, I think it's blue. Yep, it is indeed blue. And so that should mean that once the train comes back, it'll take, I think it's taking capacitors, isn't it? It is indeed taking capacitors, which is totally fine. I'm quite happy for it to take capacitors. It's just gonna take oil to the science labs, which is totally grand. Okay, let's go back to fixing water up, and we'll see if we can try and get a little bit of water into a few different places. Now, where is the best place to put water? I mean, ideally, we want to get water connected to all of our factories. Okay, this is a little bit of a problem. We've got too many capacitors. Right, add a few more carts to that train. And bring that across there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a horrific system, actually. Horrific, truly horrific, but it'll work. It'll work. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yeah, I mean, water. Yeah, there's a monthly power cost of housed machines. I mean, it's not super essential, honestly, that we get water linked up to anywhere. I'm just really not that bothered about it. I mean, money is no object, really, for me at the moment. Okay, so do I just link that up like so? There we go. We just got water connected just like that. That's connected up there just like that. Presumably, we just do the same over here as well. There we go. So can I just link that up there like so? Wonderful. That does not work. And neither does that. So let me bring this out this way. See if I can go up over here. I'll have to go up over here. And I can just combine it into the factory just like that. Okay. So maybe that'll reduce the costs of running this whole crazy operation, or maybe it won't. Who honestly knows? But anyway, that's sort of my 4 main factories linked up. It will cost me an extra 4 grand of power, but cumulatively, I think we should save a bit of cash there. So that's gonna be quite nice. How's my train going? My ridiculous train. It is kind of working, I guess. Kind of working. And by kind of working, I mean not really working, to be honest. Not really working at all. Can I increase the number of silos that I've got on this line, please? There we go. Let's do that. And suck. Extend this out, and that should allow us to suck up all of the capacitors. Okay. I mean, this setup over here. I mean, yeah, it's good, and it's great that we've got capacitors, but we're not getting rid of the capacitors as much as we need to be, which is a bit of a problem, really. But that's okay. Let's just hope that it sort of fixes itself. Oh, yeah, water has capacity, apparently. I didn't even realize. There we go. Okay, what else do we need to do? Well, I need to continue down the research tech tree, and we need to get some oil researched. Yeah, I'm thinking now, the more that I think about this, the less I am convinced that this is a suitable way to treat oil. And we need to try and get oil prioritized just a little bit more. Yeah, because I mean, we have a ridiculous number of capacitors, and there is almost no way that this entire train is going to be. There's almost no way that a single carriage is going to be empty on this train by the time it gets to the end. Okay, so you know what? I'll leave that as the capacitor train. There we go. Ditch that. And then what I'll do is create another little track, which is just bad vibes all over, really. And then right over here, we can hopefully stick down. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm shocked that was actually fine, but I mean, delighted that actually worked. Is that one research dome the only thing that we need? I think it might be. I think that is the research dome of all of my dreams right there. That's it. Okay. Just a small little train. There we go. Very, very, very concise. Very controlled, very measured. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And that is just going to basically run directly from the crude oil zone up here down to the bottom. Now, the thing is that I'm not entirely convinced. I can take this out now. Not entirely convinced that we actually have anywhere near enough crude oil coming in just as is. Yeah, I think that we are woefully short on the amount of crude oil that we have. Yeah, it just got far too little of the stuff. Right, turn off this transfer tube. Skip every 22. So let me see if that means that it'll go around twice before it fills up. All right, get you to go in the other direction. You know what? I'll just turn it off for now. Just turn it off for now. Allow this train to sort of fill up and do its thing. Sure, it means that we will reduce our export of resources, but I mean, that will be made up for the fact that we are going to be shipping more and more capacitors. More and more capacitors than ever before are being shipped right now, which is quite nice, actually. Very, very nice indeed, actually. In fact, to be honest, we could do with getting yet more of these loading silos. I don't actually think that there is anywhere else that we can put the silos, but okay, whatever. Right, get all of the science and the research claimed. We'll just sort of get that out the way. Have I done a single bit of research into oil? 200 research is what's required. And ethanol isn't even possible until we get that oil up and running. Let me see if there's another oil deposit. I'm sure that I looked, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have a sort of second blush attempt. See if we can spot anything. Eagle-eyed. Eagle-eyed orbital. That's what I'm known as. Eagle-eyed orbital. Is this part of the playable world? Can I play something down here? Can't build here. Didn't think so. That was optimistic, but hold on. There is indeed Eagle-eyed orbital. Eagle-eyed orbital strikes again. Oh my goodness! I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Didn't even spot it. Okay. Yep. Let's get it all down. I'm gonna mark all of these bits and bobs. Yep. And then we're going to have. We're going to have that coming out there, that coming out there, that coming out there. Grand. And let me plan out the route beforehand. Right, so this down here. This down here. That down there. That down there. And what do you know? Bada bim, bada boom. We ended up with a pretty reasonable track, if I do say so myself. Okay, excuse me. Why are you not working? Okay, not entirely sure why it doesn't want to build like that, but there we go. Okay, we'll skip forward to this area right over here. Then we'll take it down. And we will do the corresponding same bits and bobs over here. Dump there, dump there. Is that even going to work? I shouldn't be so optimistic, should I? Can I maybe do it with... Oh, come on. Come on. I like using the squint bits whenever I can, honestly. It's quite a fun experiment. Okay. Yeah, this is bound to fail, so instead, just going to do that. Clear out the way, and get a dropper right over there. Grand. Wrong type of track. Points for trying. It's a participation trophy, that is, right there. And now we literally make the longest track in the entire darned game. Sure, cross over here. I mean, this is just chaos. This is just going to be absolutely chaotic. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to actually go up to level 3 over here. Can you believe it? I certainly cannot. Right, level 2. There we go. Level 3. And just bring it all the way over here. And down to the crude oil deposit. Sure. Bring it round. Bring it down. Bring it down. And that is that there. Okay, now let me see if by some miracle I'll be able to fit in the exact resource that I'm looking for here. Is that not a bit of straight track? Oh, that's such a crying shame that it's not. Okay, you know what? Let me set up exactly where I want the filler and the unfiller to go. I'm gonna see if we can try and fit in a big bit there and unload there. Okay, none of this is possible. I'm disgruntled in the extreme, apparently. This is unbelievably irritating. Connect up over here, I guess, then. That's the second best option. There we go. That's an unloader over there. Grand. Something like that. Can't build that there. Can build that there. Can build that there. And that looks possible. That looks doable. This entire process looks doable. Okay, let me see. Yep. Keep that at level 1. Bump this up to level 2. Nice little rotation. Yep. And bump that up to level 3. What do you know? It works like a charm. Works like an absolute charm. Okay. Let's get the carts added. We need to link up the power system over by the drills, which I probably should have done. I probably admittedly should have done that first. Oh no, in fact the power is provided wirelessly. What I should have done, what I absolutely should have done, is link up the transfer tubes so that we don't waste any production, which I definitely have not just done. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, fantastic. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that, folks. That is how we get more crude oil. We ship it all the way over to the other side of the map, which is, I mean, a ridiculous journey in and of itself. But, I mean, you know, whatever, I guess. It is what it is. How are we doing with our oil research now? I mean, we are 13 bits of oil. Is that it? I mean, that is grim. That is flippin' grim. Can I link up the water? Increases research speed by 10%. I mean, I kind of want to do that. If I increase research speed by 10%, I mean, that will make a meaningful difference. For sure. Okay, let's get that linked up. Water connected to the research bay. Does it need to connect in at the side? Is that where it needs to go? Okay. I guess we're about to find out. I suspect that it probably does need to go into the side there, but that's fine, even if it does. There we go. Looking good. Research bay connected. Research speed should now just be that little bit quicker. It's not much of a compromise though, is it? And that can be turned back on. Skip every 10. Something like that. Yeah, skip every 10. I want to ship more crude oil off now. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Bring in the goodies from the other side of the map. Oh, no. I've just realized. It's the wrong type of snoz. It's the wrong snozzer. That's fine. Okay, suck up snoz. That's the one. Fantastic. Get that all sucked up. Are we even going to be able to store all of the crude oil in this tank? Not even super convinced that we are able to. Let me just increase our tank capacity just that little bit more. That should be totally fine. Yeah, that should be absolutely grand. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. If you skip every 10, does that mean that you're just going to skip everything forever? I guess that's just not allowed. Okay, fine. We'll just reset it then. That's okay. Just reset that completely. We should now be processing more crude oil anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, getting more research though, that's gonna be a real tricky one. I kind of just feel like doing our sort of semi-annual research lab movement again, but I also feel like I don't really want to do that at this point. If I was a smart man, what I would do would be to have a single track that serves all of these research labs and just have a single train with all of the resources that I want to get researched. Stick them onto a single train. But unfortunately, I am not a smart man. Can confirm. Also, have I beaten the game yet? Not quite yet. Not quite. Definitely close though. Definitely very flippin' close. Which I like. Very positive. Very positive about that. Yeah, 21 crude oil. How much crude oil did I need to get? 200? Oh my goodness gracious me. I mean, look, we're gonna have to get this sorted somehow, because this is just gonna be ridiculous if we don't get it sorted. Can I get a suck-off station right here, please? Right, suck-off station right there. Can't build here. See, we're so close. We're so close. So close to the edge. Yeah, we're so flipping close to the edge there. Sorry, I needed to mute the mic and tab out to sneeze there. A little bit of extra inside information for you. Yeah, so boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, we are very, very close to the edge here. You know what? I've actually had a second thought. Ditch this. Maybe keep that pipe, but maybe not. Not necessarily, anyway. Okay. This comes in over here. Right, what I'm going to do, in fact, is just set up a zone which I can transfer the resources from one train to another. So put that on there. Put that on there. Grand. Yeah, so something like that. So now I should be able to transfer the resources into the empty train. So hopefully... Go the other direction for a second, my dude. Yes. And then go the other direction. So now, hopefully we should be able to load a few carriages up. I'm going to put on some more carriages over there. And then let's go back and see how we're doing over here. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yep, this is looking nice. Increase the number of carriages over this area. Increase the length of that track. Fantastic. We got a lot of resources. We got a lot of resources to shift. So let's make sure that we do that. Crude oil looks fine. I mean, we are going to be shipping off tons and tons and tons of the stuff as it stands. More and more can be devoted to... I mean, this is ridiculous. This is totally ridiculous. This all needs to be level 2 highway train. There's absolutely no excuse that it is just level 1. It just takes far too long. But anyway, I mean, that should interject oil into the process. This needs to be set on capacitors. Destroy the contents. I only want capacitors in these ones over here. I don't want any crude oil being sucked up. Crude oil needs to absolutely 100% go to research. Yeah. So make sure all of those are set on crude oil. Grand. Yeah, we'll get filled up over here. Cool. I mean, I think financially, I think that we should be doing okay. I don't understand why we're not doing as well as we were previously. It might be something to do with the fact that we don't have that much iron production coming in. Might be something to do with that, but might not be. Steel plates. We've not got that many steel plates. In fact, no, we don't have very many steel plates at all. In fact, we're almost out of steel plates. Who would have thunk it, eh? Who would have thunk it? We're fine for coal over here. It's literally just iron. Iron is what we need. Okay, should I try and increase my iron production? I think I mean, I already have like a gargantuan amount of iron production over here. Increases extraction speed by 30%. Why don't I just link up? Why don't I just link up a little bit of water? I feel like I should start rolling water out as a standard sort of feature. And maybe I will indeed start doing that properly. There we go. There we go. And can't build there. Can build here. Do that. And that's not gravy, as they say. Fine. Cool. And that's too far across. Of course it is. Of course. Why would it ever go smoothly for me? It wouldn't. Is the answer to that rhetorical question? There we go. Okay, so extraction speed is going to be... This isn't even the resource that I care about. This isn't even the resource that I care about. Why am I even that bothered about it? I'm interested in a completely different resource called iron. That's right. I can't even trace the track apparently. Wait, is that it over there? Oh, this was I remember I set up this ridiculously long route and then canceled it because I realized I could just process iron separately over here. Yeah, I actually remember that. I do. I mean, is there any... Oh, there's loads and loads of spare iron, actually. Loads and loads of spare iron. Okay. Iron comes in here. Cool. I think I want to start doing something with this extra iron that we're not using to make capacitors. I think I'm going to use it to transfer it onto another belt somewhere. Onto another line somewhere. The only question is where? Alternatively, I could just connect this track up to an actual other iron deposit somewhere. Is there any more iron anywhere? Anywhere nearby? Anywhere on the good side of the map? Anywhere on the bad side of the map? I mean, I don't really feel the need to build another ridiculously long, like absolutely crazily long track. But I feel that maybe that is what's coming. I feel like maybe that is what's coming, but maybe it shouldn't be. Have I got any oil processed in any of these dudes? No oil processed whatsoever. It's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. Not only is my financial situation precarious, I say precarious with the sort of greatest degree of disrespect. I don't really think our finances are precarious. I just think they are, you know, maybe in need of some tenderized love. Tenderized love, is that even a thing that can happen? Tenderized love. Okay. Yeah. Sorting steel, it's an issue, but is it that big of an issue? Not really. I don't think I'm particularly bothered about it, to be honest. The more that I think about it, the less I'm bothered about it. Right, I can sort this. Of course. Right. I mean, okay, that's not possible. That is, however, possible. Right. I'm gonna need to move this across a little bit. Let me reconnect the power before I do anything and regret everything. Connect it round this side, would you please? There we go. Okay, so that should work a little bit better, right? No issues with that? No issues with that at all. Okay, so let's try and increase our iron production through the use of water. Brand new tech. There we go. And can that fit in over there? Ooh, I don't think so. Don't think so. Think we're gonna have to go in at another angle. That angle is gonna have to be this side, right over here. Can I build up and into a track? Doubt it. Don't think so. I think I can do this, though. Oh, I know how I'm gonna do this. I know how this is gonna happen. Right, so... Or do I know how this is gonna happen? I don't know how this is gonna happen. I tell you what, though. Take that back. Take that back. Yeah, that should be fine. Or will it? This is gonna be really tight. I think I need to move it across just a little bit more. Okay. To be honest, it doesn't even necessarily need to be... We don't even need to necessarily have this bit of track. just sort of ping along and up and down there. That's totally fine. Yeah. And that will make my job connecting these pipes a heck of a lot easier. Like, measurably easier. Because that is literally just that. That is perfect. Okay, and then the final one, the most difficult water pipe to connect. And I say most difficult, even though it's probably not the most difficult. Most complicated over ground. That looks pretty darn good. So 1 iron every 8 seconds. That should just give us just that little bit more oomph, that little bit more iron, which is exactly what we're after. Am I getting crude oil moved to where it needs to be moved to? Extend this a little bit. Come on, I've not processed a single extra bit of crude oil. Really? Are you having a giggle, video game? Right, I'm gonna turn off crude oil exports just wholesale. In fact, no, why should I? The train is going around and it's completely full. But the train is coming right on time. And also, this needs to be extended. And there are going to be issues if we don't extend it. You know what? I think I did say that I didn't really want to reorganize all of my labs. But the more that I think about it, the more I am pretty convinced that reorganizing my labs is the easiest way to go about doing this. Yep, like entirely. There's just no reason to keep it there, like sort of permanently. You know, it's much better to sort of move things around and just get things done. Just get things done quicker. So there we go. After spending half the episode trying to figure out the best way to make that research area work, I've decided, you know what, just don't even bother. Right. Move across. Oh, come on. Really? All the way back here? I really dislike the length of the little wiggly bit. It does take a heck of a long time. Okay. All the way up here. All the way around here. All the way over there. A door? Door almost kind of fits. Kind of. Almost fits. And just like so. Just like so. Okay, wonderful. Let's get it to run in the opposite direction so that we prioritize wholeheartedly the delivery of oil to research labs in the first instance. And let me even see if I can get some more research labs. Ooh, wouldn't that be exciting? I mean, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but let's be real. I think I can afford it. Will that work? That will not work. And I think I may have turned off... the taps. I have indeed turned off the taps. That's fine. Turn the taps back on again. And get making. 1 per 15 seconds. I could honestly get another one of these little setups going. That might not be the worst thing in the world. Power costs, lowers power costs. What would this do? Fracking extraction speed by 30. You know what? I'm gonna get a water reservoir up and running over here. Seems like the right thing to do. And let's see if we can get the pipes connected up. I'm not sure if I will be able to, actually. That's fairly easy. That's gonna be... don't want to say fairly easy, but shouldn't be too difficult. No, it's gonna be impossible. All right, you know what? Don't even bother. Maybe it would be worth it. Maybe it should be totally worth it. Hold on, capacity is 3. Capacity is 3 out of 30. So am I using all of the water? Oh no, it uses 3 water. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you, video game. To be honest, we could change this around, but I don't actually think I want to. Maybe I'll just, you know, absorb the cost, the 2,000 bucks a month. I think I'll just suck it up. Yeah, that's fine. Have we got a full train of oil? We should have a full train of oil. Give me some more carriages for now. I think we're honestly going to have to get another little like crude oil setup over here, because this is pretty inadequate, to be honest. I kind of expected to be doing a bit better, a bit further on in terms of oil production, but oh, whoops. But apparently we're not. So let's go and get that. Let's go and get that addressed. Off center by 1, down by 1, perfect. If I just make an exact carbon copy of what I've got going on here, got going on up here, then that'd be great. And that's looking good. There we go. All right, fantastic. Can I make it look exactly the same? In all probability, probably not. Doesn't really need to look exactly the same, though. Just needs to look close enough to what we have over here that I'm satisfied with it. There we go. And there we go. Lovely. I do love the way that this system sort of works. It is lovely. I'm not sure if it's the most optimal setup, but it certainly works for me. And that's good enough. Okay, so get that all over there. Grand. Yep. That goes in, that goes in. And we want the basic resource, which is crude oil, I do believe. Crude oil coming in. And then we'll have crude oil coming out. We'll get it sucked up, and that will be that sorted. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Suck up, suck up, suck up. And I think it's blue. I do believe it is blue that we are sucking into. Fantastic. Right, wonderful. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. I'm going to get another orange storage as well, because I think that we could probably do with another one. Maybe even a big one. Sure. Big orange storage, which means that we will absolutely, under all circumstances, be able to... Oh, that needs to be a little bit longer. Just noticed that. There we go. Yeah, under all circumstances, we should be able to make it work. Fantastic. Okay, great. Now, unlocks. Ethanol. Give me ethanol. I want to unlock farming. I want to unlock ethanol. We've got the cargo rocket, which is fantastic. Means that I don't need to process any extra capacitors ever again. And now it's just a case of getting towards that crude oil milestone. And to be honest, I think that we're going to be able to do that reasonably quickly now, given that we've got a pretty power-hungry power setup. Also, this little setup is now no longer necessary. It was interesting whilst it lasted. It was always horrifically ineffective. And you know what? Because I'm so embarrassed by it, I'm gonna pretend that it never existed. I'm gonna remove it in its entirety. Maybe I could make use of it in the future, but the fact of the matter is that it's a level 1 minecart track across half of the map. And it is pretty woefully inefficient. Yeah, and I'd rather have the money. I'd rather have the money. To be quite honest. Rather have the money. Oh, you've now got a train full of crude oil because presumably okay, goodness me. Put them onto any. So, are we actually shipping out any capacitors whatsoever? Because we now have a capacitor train which is full of crude oil. This is just brilliant. Just brilliant. Well done, everyone. Well done. Just a fantastic job. Right, extend that out a little bit. Give me a single more hopper. I can't build a single more hopper. All right. Fine. Just bring it all back. Bring it all back. Right. The capacitor train needs to be recapacitoricized. We need more capacitors to be sold. That's one of my 5 pillars of how to make money in the 21st century. Invest in capacitors. I'm telling you, it's literally that simple. Okay, now we only have one draw on our crude oil, and that is this train right over here. And we're prioritizing all of our research, which is just grand. And then the rest of the crude oil can go straight into the sale. Could I get some more? Oh, I tell you what I could do. I could get a water reservoir over here. I tell you what, can I get a water reservoir and kind of link it up to a large container? Is that a possibility? I presume that it is, right? Can I build a transfer tube? I can build a transfer tube. Interesting. All right, nice. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do this. Build a transfer tube. Does it show as having water? It doesn't. Do I need to link it up with a pipe? Okay, apparently that's just not possible. Okay, I mean, that's kind of unexpected, to be honest. Why am I not able to store water and then just, like, split it? Okay, apparently that's just completely out with the realm of possibility. Which is a bit of a bummer, right? Because it means that effectively I cannot split the water source. I mean, I can always just, you know, do this. But I mean, that's pretty darn miserable. I will do it, though. There we go. Ugh. That was unnecessary, wasn't it? Oh, goodness me. I should have just played it safe and laid an initially shorter bit of pipe. I mean, this is going to cost... I mean, look, I'm using 4 capacity. That's all I'm using. Wirelessly uses 2,000 power a month. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous money. Look at my output. My output is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. This is absolutely ludicrous. And you know what? There is shockingly absolutely nothing that I can do about it. Also, the fact that this... Okay. I can definitely do something about this. If I just install... Oh no, maybe I can't do something about this. I can. It's okay. It's fine. Go in the other direction, please. And suck up. There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to use... Now we should be able to use actually all of the research labs. Water connected? No? Oh, that's the factory. That's the research bay. Definitely has research. Okay, good. 20 crude oil. I mean, that's gonna make a big difference. Any research points that I need to spend on anything? 5 million in order to unlock the cargo rocket. I mean, that is quite something. We're almost there, actually. It's just ethanol that we need. Grain meal as well is something else that is required. Okay, so that in itself, I think, will take us almost halfway. Yeah, almost halfway to unlocking farming, which is pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, this setup is not one that is leaving me very happy with the situation. This is not good. This is absolutely not good. Need to do better. Need to do better on the whole crude oil output thing, because I feel like we're not shipping much crude oil at the moment. Also, my finances are, holy cow, they're bad. They are in a bad place. Bad place right now. Okay, capacitor train. The capacitor train is picking up capacitors. I mean, hopefully this is the train that saves me. How's my gold fuel system doing? You know what? Honestly, just delete all of this. I know that it's filled with wonderful, valuable resource, but just delete it all for now. Get rid of it in its entirety. Yeah, okay. See, now, this is another problem, is that we have a full resource of gold here. And I do feel like we should try and use some of this copious gold that we've got to maybe try and use it for to assist the gold production over here. That would certainly seem like a good idea. What about setting up a water reservoir? I mean, we could also just connect it to the existing water reservoir that we have fairly nearby. I mean, it would be great if I could split up the water source. That would be, I mean, that would be truly fantastic, wouldn't it? There we go. There we go. Wonderful. So that should mean that we're pumping just a little bit of extra gold. Excuse me? Why can I not line that up? Insufficient funds. Oh my good golly, goodness gracious, gosh, goodness, gosh darn, gosh. Right, I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. That is a problem if I ever saw one. That is a real old-fashioned problem. That's a money problem, that is. I mean, how much does it cost to upkeep these things? Let me disconnect all these. I mean, that will in itself clear all of my spending. Can I just clear all of this up? Not that much, apparently. Just link that back up, whatever I just did. Has that fixed everything? I think that's fixed everything. Great. Okay. Just continue to get rid of all this. Okay. You know, getting rid of these claw trains, absolute pain in the backside. Absolute pain in the backside. This entire area doesn't need to exist anymore. Yep, we don't need to make any more empty boxes. Just get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. I mean, look at the amount of money that I had just sort of sitting on the ground over here. Yeah, I know, by the way. I know my power is out. It's a problem. Okay. There we go. Right. Okay. So that seems to have fixed the financial burden just a little bit. How am I doing power-wise? Honestly, fine. I think, yeah, the fact that there's two sort of strong independent power networks makes a big difference. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, this is just a little bit of extra sort of stuff that I just need to get rid of. Ditch this. Yeah, I don't think that power cable was particularly important. And now, just like that, we're back up to 1.8 million. These unload/load belts really are ridiculously expensive. 2,500 bucks a pop. That's not bad. That is bad. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Yeah. So, you able to pick up any more coal whilst you're on your way around here? I should probably put you the way that I intended you to be. Ah, and this area is now disconnected from the power network. I see what the issue is. Is that now reconnected? Okay, that seems to have done the trick. Fantastic. Well, as long as we can keep the trains coming, I'm not particularly bothered about which area has power and which area doesn't. So that should have reduced our expenditure by quite a bit. Previous month's revenue, almost nothing. Maybe it won't have reduced expenditure by that much. Maybe I was a little bit optimistic that would actually make a difference. Because I did just raise a heck of a lot of money by selling a bunch of assets. Maybe it was all for naught. Okay. Just try and clean this up a little bit. Don't think it really particularly needs to be that clean, but there we go. I tell you what, this would be a really, really good idea. This would really be a really, really good place to have like a central research lab area. And then just sort of have all different components arriving right over here. I'll think about it later, to be honest, because I don't think it's really super essential. I think we're just quite happy to continue moving our research. You know, keep our research fresh, keep our research lab locations fresher. There we go. Ooh, yes, I almost forgot. Some nice, juicy, expensive unloading bays. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm down to 1.4 million. Oh my goodness. How is this the case? I tell you what, ever since taking on a bunch of reservoirs, I think that is actually potentially led to my detrimental increase in power and taxes. Yeah. Okay, let's get these all claimed up. This might actually get us over the line. Tell you what. Okay, previous month's revenue, fantastic. Previous month's power and taxes, fantastic. That's low, and we went high. It did indeed. It did indeed. Okay, so get this farming research unlocked. Now, farming research. This is a completely different ballgame, isn't it? Serves as the growing platform for grass. Wirelessly uses 400 power per month. Now, what are the recipes in order to make grass? Red grain is just refined red grass. Green grain is just refined green grass. Ethanol is oil and whatchamacallit, red grain. Okay, so I guess it would make sense to do this stuff over here. I mean, we could bring the red grain into the factory. We could definitely do that. I'm just super conscious of my finances at the moment. We are making money. We're making decent money, but I don't know if it's enough decent money. I just don't know if we're making enough money. That's the only thing. Yeah, ooh, boy. Yeah, we're not getting that much crude oil, that's for sure. We're not getting that much crude oil. It's just not coming through for some obscure reason. I don't know where our money's supposed to come from, but it's not coming from that. What about capacitors? Am I shipping off anywhere near the number of capacitors that I need to be? Honestly, I mean, capacitors are like my great hope. What about steel plates? How am I doing with steel plates? I mean, not bad. Not bad, but we could really be doing with some more iron. Take this back a little bit. And this back. And that back. Okay, will that make a difference? I hope so. I hope so, because this is one of the water reservoirs that I've invested in heavily. There we go. Lots and lots of carts. There we go. Look at that. Let the iron flow. Fantastic. Can I ship off any of this spare coal? Maybe. Doesn't really feel like I can at the moment. Just need more iron. Just need more iron. More iron, more crude oil, more everything, really. I think maybe I need to cut my losses on the research front. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I'm making this much research. But I think I need to reduce the cost of providing research, because that is just too expensive. Okay, we'll bring it down to that number of research thingies. You know what? I'll leave that nozzle right there, just in case I ever need to deploy some more research labs again. But I'm gonna basically leave it on half research capacity. Okay, so farm platform. Let's see if we can try and get this into action now. This month's revenue, current month's power and taxes, current month's revenue. Look at this. This is good. This is what it's all about. Lots and lots of money. No issues there whatsoever. Fantastic. Okay, let's get a factory, and it'll be a grass processing factory. Oh, we're at the edge of the world. Oh, this is what is requiring of water. Oh, fantastic. Well, why don't we put it in an area where we already have like a copious amount of water supply? I mean, that would seem like a pretty darn good idea, wouldn't it? Can we link these? Can we link these up? Okay, so that doesn't actually count as having linked up water. How much capacity? It uses 3 water. Does it? Capacity is 1. What is going on here? Right, can I link this pipe up to... Oh my goodness. Can I link this pipe up to another field? By any chance? That is totally what I can do. So I get 60 green grass per second. And where does this go? How do we get this out of here? Just a transfer tube? Into a tank? Into a blow tank? Is that the case? Is that literally how it's gonna work? I mean, I don't actually know. Okay, guess we'll take all this back, all of this hard work. It's a fluid process. Oh, you stinking idiot, potato. You stinking idiot. Yeah, look, just get the water. Get the water reservoir back into play. And that is gonna be grass. That's gonna be green grass. There's probably a better way of doing this. I think probably the better way of doing this is out to the side here. That is cool, isn't it? That is cool as all heck. I like that a lot. Right, that goes there. That goes there. And we set up a system where we can just get more and more grass. I mean, I guess something like this. Yeah. Transfer tube linked up to all of these, and we can sort of expand out this way if we ever need to, but I don't think we will. Right, so we need to have one factory which processes green grass, one factory which processes red grass. I should have started with red grass because red grass is what's important for ethanol, although green grass will be important for something else presumably. It's important for mixed grain, and we do need mixed grain for the greenhouse. I need ethanol first, so I'm going to take the unpopular step of just replacing all of these fields with the far superior red fields. I mean, given that they are literally exactly the same, or what looks to be exactly the same. There we go. We should have absolutely no issues whatsoever. So this is gonna be that there. Grand. Let's get a little roots. Cool. And then does it need to be a big factory? Maybe. Sure. Build a factory. And are we going to have enough space to do a little turnaround here? Probably not. Oh, fine. We're going to have to do the chronically unpopular thing of going all the way back on ourselves. That's fine. Look, it's fine. It doesn't actually matter. And come in here. Grand. Come in and get this sucked up. And then linked into a orange. Perfect. All right, let's get some carts. Let's get some carts rolling. So now we're gonna have to find out how many of the refiners we can get to a specific crate maker. Okay, pretty good. I should just disconnect that. There's no reason to have it. Have I won the game yet? Not quite. Not quite. One of these days we're going to win the whole darn game. Mark my words. There we go. Okay. And... nice. Alright, let's see if this works. Yeah. Not going to refine anything. And you should now... you should now work, yes? You should now work. Definitely not seeing the whole working vibes that you've got going on. I am processing this correctly, haven't I? Red grain is just, yeah, refined red grass. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. All right, so get that fixed up. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes. It's 9 seconds. Okay. Let's try with 2. Let's try with 2. See if that makes a system that is workable. Okay. And just the sort of same setup that we had going on before. There we go. And there we go. Wonderful. Step conveyor, destroy all crates. Yep. And yep, over here, destroy all crates. I'm just thinking back, actually. There's an area where I didn't destroy all crates. I think it might be over here. Yeah, I'm not going to bother about that. I mean, until that becomes an issue, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure it will become an issue at some point, but today's not that day, right? Look at how many. Look at my capacitor capacity. It's and we're still not shipping enough. We're still not shipping enough capacitors. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Truly ridiculous. That's fine. It's fine though. Okay, so we got red grass coming in. That's great. I think 2 refiners is honestly fine. Make that that. So that's red grain coming in now, which is grand. And are we gonna have a specific factory where we make ethanol? Honestly, no. I think that we can do it with this factory. Okay, I got an idea. Right. Nice. Let's just mine track carts straight into this factory here, and then we will have a drop offer, and that will be linked up to blue. There we go. Get a few carts on there, and this will be... in fact, we could make ethanol in this factory right here. Yes, to be honest, it's 6.5 a dozen. I'm quite happy to make it over here. Yeah, so let's get it moved into this factory. It's going to be a little bit of a pain because we're not going to have enough color coordinated bits and bobs, but that's okay. So what we're going to do, this here, suck up there, and then this is going to become green. Yep. And then we're going to get a combiner. Now this is going to have to be a little bit of a different setup from what we usually have, but it should be fine. In fact, let's build it backwards, okay? So we're going to want an unloader, right? And that is going to hook directly into a combiner. Yep, hook directly into a combiner, which will hook into processed crude oil, which is blue, and then also green, right? Simple as that. So that's not going to produce a heck of a lot of ethanol, but it'll produce enough that it'll be, you know, it'll be enough to keep our research ticking along nicely. Let's get this all claimed. And so that will be ethanol. Now, is ethanol like a resource which sells for a heck of a lot of money? It does sell for the most amount of money, although that is with a 20% premium, to be honest. So, I don't think that it sells for much more than what it is actually worth, I don't think. Yeah, we need more stuff going on here. But to be honest, I'm not really that inclined towards making a massive red grass production facility over here. Yeah, don't think I really want to faff around with this area too much. I'll tell you what I will do. I will get one more of these little setups that have worked so darned well in the past. There we go. And just like that, what do you know? You end up with something pretty decent. Wonderful. Okay. Good. So that's going to be a little bit more red grass coming through the system. If I connect it up properly, of course. Which shouldn't be too difficult to do at all. And maybe that means that this will work a little bit better. Yeah, I think it would. I think it should. Okay, this is 6 per 72 seconds, whereas green grass is slightly more regular. But that's fine. Okay, so ethanol is ready for collection. Ready to be loaded up into the system. How much crude oil have we got? To be honest, we can start selling ethanol. There is no reason not to. We can sell all of the stuff off, actually. Yeah, I'm quite happy to sell whatever we're making. We can sell. Does ethanol weigh more than crude oil? I don't think it does. Ethanol actually weighs less than crude oil. Refined oil. So it's actually not worth us doing. Not worth us selling. It's much better to sell crude oil. Bleh. Bleh. You know what? You know what I've decided? This system is garbage. This system is total garbage. Let me redesign this. So what we can do is we can just have a system that we know works. Let's connect that up there. I mean, this is long overdue, I think. That goes in there. That goes over there like so. And this will connect up here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Literally going to be that simple. And you know what? In order to make sure that this system is totally foolproof, I'm going to get another pipe thingy over there. And we'll get like, what, 1, 2 more over here. Another pipe thingy, another storage thingy. Can I get another one in the corner? Ooh, I do say that I'm able to do that. Okay, so that's going to store all of our capacitors, and that's just going to mean that the journey is going to be a heck of a lot shorter, which is what's really important, because at the moment, this is a wild roller coaster of a journey. It really, really is. It's absolutely ridiculous. And totally doesn't need to be as long as it actually is. Yeah, cool. Okay, get that done. Come back to this end over here. And it should just mean that we're just going to start making an absolute killing. Okay. And that goes over there. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay. Maybe we can start to move through this ridiculously large backlog of gold that we seem to have just sort of piling up. That would be cool too. How much ethanol have we got? A lot? I mean, honestly, yes. A fair bit. A fair bit. Have we started refining any ethanol? Probably, honestly, we have. He says very confidently and is immediately entirely disproven. Is that as long as the train can be? It is at the moment, although I think we can increase the length of our trains just a little bit further if indeed I felt the need to. Which I don't think I feel the need to. Also, can I get another combiner in here? I think I could get another combiner in here. Bear with me. That was kind of stupid. Wasted a little bit of ethanol there, but it's fine. Okay. So this way, we can get 3 combiners. That there, and that there. Yep, we can get 3 combiners, and we don't need to worry about any of the extra tubing, so to speak, because it'll all just work. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be more ethanol. That means that we're going to use more of this grass, this red grain, which is in itself great, because we want to be using up as much of this stuff as possible. Any ethanol? Processed any ethanol? No, 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 no. Not processed any ethanol. Right. What I'm going to do is shift this to here. So the unload spout for the crude oil. That's so stupid. The unload spout for the crude oil is going to come subsequent to the ethanol tube. And, I mean, that is going to be good financially, because financially, I mean, ethanol is worth way, way, way more than regular oil, which is real good. But it's not actually good in terms of weight, because ethanol weighs less, and also, so does grain. Like, red grain plus ethanol... No, sorry. Let me redo that. Crude oil is worth 2 grand, but it's also like a super, super heavy resource. No, it's not a super heavy resource. It's a heavy resource. The super heavy resources are steel plates, gold fuel, and capacitors. Capacitors, gold fuel, and steel plates, actually, all of which we're trying to manufacture in as large quantities as possible. Oil weighs a heck of a lot more than ethanol. However, we need ethanol to research, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna deal with it as much as we possibly can. Okay, I definitely see a little bit of ethanol being sucked up over here, which is good. Can I increase the amount of hoppers that I have? Yeah, because I'm unconvinced that I've got enough of them. There we go. There we go. Okay. Should be fine. There we go. Suck up a lot of crude oil, I hope. And when the train comes around, it should be a heck of a lot easier to actually take advantage of the fact that this train is ridiculously long, and yet we are not seemingly filling it with all of the resources that it needs to be filled with. Ever since we increased the length of the track, it's sort of become a little bit more problematic to actually fill. But that's okay. Any ethanol research yet? Ah, I did see. Yeah, 1-2 bits of ethanol research. Soon it's going to be, I mean, primarily ethanol research, actually. Yeah, soon we'll have no issues at all. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. All right, let's watch the train swing around to this area and see if we can fill up the entire train with the good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean, of course, alcohol, which is, of course, what ethanol actually is. Well, good in terms of value, bad in terms of weight, as I feel like I've said numerous times already. So maybe we're not going to hit our weight goal for a little while longer. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. We're shipping it all off, which is grand. You know what? We might this time just get a full train. We might just get a full train. That would not be the worst thing in the world. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we're just making a little bit too much ethanol now. I mean, when is too much too much? I mean, obviously when you pass out on the floor, you know, completely plastered, that is definitely a sign that is too much ethanol. However, in Automation Empire, it's a little bit more of a nuanced problem, I would say. A little bit more challenging to tell where the limit is. All right. Okay, so at the moment, it doesn't look like we're getting ethanol very quickly. However, we're about to, I mean, rapidly increase the speed at which we get ethanol. We still need to get grain meal. That is something that we're going to need to do. Also, I mean, we need to hit our objective. I was pretty confident that I would hit the objective over the course of today's episode. We didn't. Now, I think part of that reason is because, yeah, we're just not getting all this. We're just not getting all of this iron to where it needs to go. we've invested heavily in making sure that we can produce iron in large enough quantities. And here I am, squandering the resource. Ridiculous. This is the problem. This is the problem with one-way track systems. Is you can never be sure. You can never be sure what's going to happen. Let's increase length of that bit of track by just a smidge. Sure, do that. Yeah, perfect. All right, so now that should lead to just a little bit more iron production, a little bit more proper refined iron production. That is. I do think that maybe we need to set up another source or two and try and ship it in externally, but I really don't want to do that for the reasons that I've highlighted over the course of this episode. I.e., it's massive pain, and also, I mean, I kind of like the design that we've got at the moment. I kind of like the look of the factory, honestly, on the whole. It's quite nice. That needs to be extended just a little bit. Fine. How are we doing capacitor-wise? I mean, we should be doing absolutely grand capacitor-wise. We should have no issues whatsoever. We should be filling trains upon trains upon trains of capacitors. And we only have 3 combiners. We only have 3 combiners in this entire workshop. Can you believe it? That is ridiculous. And we're just going to continue filling them up. All right, this is good. Let me just check to make sure that this is the right length. And then I feel we're going to be in a pretty darn good position to end up this wonderful little episode. I mean, this has been a productive one, even by my standards. Yeah, so the track is going to be nowhere near long enough to finish collecting all of the capacitors. So we'll do that. Great. Yeah, don't think that we're quite going to hit the 3-month wait output limit. But, I mean, we're not actually that far away. We're not actually that far away at all. And I tell you what, I almost guarantee you that we could do it if we stopped selling steel plates for now and we just sort of like saved our steel plates for a little bit. I know it's not really a winning strategy, but I mean it's a strategy that might actually pay off if we wanted to get the sort of short win, so to speak. But I'm not really interested in the short win. I'm interested in the long win, the big win, the glorious win. But you know what? The glorious win's going to have to come in the next episode, and it probably will come in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Automation Empire. Thanks as ever to my fantastic patrons who help make videos like this possible. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.